alam naman namin dito kami, mga kandidato kami, maraming lumalapit sa aming survey firm din na kung may konting pa-plus ay pwedeng itaas-taas sa inyong survey.
I was consistently number 22 in the surveys. SWS, Pulse Asia, kung ano-ano pa. I will have the basis now. Hindi reliable ang survey. 3 months before the election, wag na, bawal na. Kasi nga magkakaroon na ng mindsetting. Gagawa na sila ng paraan. Nandun kasi yung kita na
Pag-aaralan na rin po namin yung 3 months before.
Bawalan na natin sila. In the last election, Mr. Chair, I was consistently number 22 in the surveys. Kahit anong survey. SWS, Pulse Asia, kung ano-ano pa. Minsan 32 pa nga Katapos nung malapit-lapit na may naawa yata sa akin, bigla akong miraculously napunta sa 12. But that was short-lived. After 3 days, napunta na naman ako sa 22. Ba't nawala si Senator Sherwin? Senator Sherwin, siya yung consistent na hindi sorry, Senator Erwin pala. Siya yung consistent Alam naman ninyo yun, di ba? Paano nangyari yun? Ang pagitan lang naman pala namin, number 6 ka, number 4 si Senator Erwin. Sa mga tweet, I will have the basis now to tell na hindi reliable ang surveys. Nakakapagbigay nga ng mindset which is not good for the electorate. Masyadong malayo Sana man lang kung nasa number 11 ako. Pero in 22, consistently, in the last 6 months, pwede naman silang mag-survey, Mr. Chairman. I think they will do well in surveying kung ano-ano yung mga produkto natin na magkukumpara-kumpara halimbawa para sa ating consumers. And our people will profit immensely from that. Halimbawa, SWS and Pulse Asia. Ano ang pinakamasarap na bagoong? Bagoong balayan? Galing ata ng Batangas. Bagoong na padas? La Union? O bagoong na munamon galing sa Pangasinan? Yung resulta nun magiging credible. Kasi merong comparison. These are real products. Pero kung lalaruin nila yung politika, kamukha nung nangyari. So, Mr. Chair, the question is, will you not look into possibility of not letting the surveys kung ang pag-uusapan ay yung politika. Sa produkto na lang, okay. Sa services, ano yung magagaling na services ng ating mga companies. Pero kasi napaglalaruan nila knowing that yung pagsasurvey, sapagkat ito, alam ko, dito pinagkukunan ng mga funders. Yung, alam mo na, yung maraming funders. Right or wrong, they will have to base their judgment kung sino yung gusto nilang tulungan financially. Kung ano yung survey. So kung talagang ikaw ay nasa 22, malamang hindi ka talaga. Masyadong malayo ka na Maring ikaw ang pinakamaganda lalaki. Ay malayo ka Nawawala ngayon yung mindset nandun I think it's high time for the COMELEC to look into this. What do you think, Mr.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Several weeks before the conduct of the election, there was this public pronouncement of then Congressman Marcoleta about the surveys. At yung po yung naging cue ng Commission on Election. We passed a resolution. We created a task force respect, regulation and enforcement of survey practices and election credibility and transparency. Kinala po namin ang lahat ng mga survey firms. We passed a resolution at sinabi namin we will regulate them. We will not interfere sa kung sino ang magko-commission, kung magkano ang commission, etc. But they will have to submit to COMELEC yung lahat ng reports. Alam niyo po, Mr. Chair, naging napaka-successful po yung kahit ilang linggo lang na-establish before the election because practically everybody sa SWS, Okta Research, and such other survey firms nag-participate po. At ang sabi nila, tama rin na nandito meron tayong ganito. Because madami rin po kasing nalaman din namin, marami pala po na gumagamit ng pangalan nila in provinces. For example po, SWS, hindi po pala kanila yon. Pero SWS po ang ginagamit. So sabi namin, bakit hindi nyo mapahinto o maireklamo? Kasi po sabi po nila, wala rin kaming lalapitan. At least ngayon, may COMELEC na pwede ng lapitan. So sinimulan na po natin yung task force respect and we're hoping that for the conduct especially of a major election like 2028, yan po, kaya po namin sila kinalap, pinapunta lahat doon. Mr. Chair, sabi po namin, para ma-prevent yung pag-file ng case sa Supreme Court. Baka kasi sabihin na nagva-violate ang COMELEC ng freedom of speech because may decision na po before eh. Pero this time wala pong pumunta sa Supreme Court to question our resolution to regulate them because we were able to explain that our purpose is for an equal opportunity for all the candidates. We do not want to interfere doon sa kung sinong magkanong bayad, etc. Bahala sila. But they will have to reveal to us sino ang nag-commission yan, ano ang parameters nyo, ano ang scientific methodologies na ginamit nyo, at sino at saan nyo kinuha yung mga respondents without revealing at least po kung sino yung mga nasa likod. Sapagkat alam po namin, kasi meron talagang mga tumataya sa ganyan, parang marketing arm din. And so, hindi po namin, pero ang kinakailangan yung nag-subscribe, ma-reveal po sa amin.
Yes, a very good topic, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Chairman George, kasi ako, di naman kami tumakbo ni Senator Sherwin itong last election. It was our midterm for us, no? Nung napapanood ko yung mga television, lalo nang palapit na ng election, naalala ko po yung may survey, yung mga may-ari ng survey or yung mga presidente ng mga survey firms na to, nagsasalita sa TV, ito na, wala nang iba. Mananalo ito, sigurado. Sa survey namin, itong mananalo, siyam na alyansa, 3 lang yung opposition. Yan. Mamaya-maya, pagkatapos ng eleksyon, 5 na lang naiwan sa alyansa at 7 ang nanalo na hindi aligned with the administration. Pero they were confident. Parang mind conditioning ba? Wala ba magawa yung commission dyan sa mga ganyan? Can't you, although it's freedom, I know it's freedom of expression, freedom of speech, but at the same time, it's a bit irresponsible kasi alam naman namin dito kami, mga kandidato kami, maraming lumalapit sa aming survey firm din na kung may konting pa-plus ay pwedeng itaas-taas inyong survey. Can't you not also come out maybe with a ruling na maybe you can accredit certain survey firms? Ako, I only look at Pulse Asia. I'm sorry. Ako, Pulse Asia lang ako. And SWS. With all due respect, kaibigan ko yung iba. Pero napaka-erratic yung kanilang mga survey results. Let's just look at what happened in the last 2025 elections from what they had come out with and what has actually transpired after the elections. And then, parating ng 2028, gano'n na naman ang ating mga kaibigan na surveyors, gagawin na naman nila yun. Wala ba magawa ang COMELEC dyan? Kasi tama po si Senator Marcoleta. That is being used as a tool also for soliciting funds or donations to your campaign. Tama ka kasi kung lampas ka ng 15, wala ka nang matatanggap ni piso ni centavo.
Number 22.
Gift certificate lang siguro sa Kentucky Fried Chicken ibibigay sa'yo, pakain sa staff mo. Pero yung pag mataas ka, syempre maraming gusto mag-donate sa'yo, Mr. Chairman. No? That is the point that we try to make. Is there a way to be fair about it? Because you are the election watchdogs and I don't want that these survey firms will be used will be used for whatever activities to gain, I'd say, to give false information to the public.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Yung pong pinasa namin na resolution na yon na to regulate them, magandang simula pa. Nobody went to the Supreme Court. Nobody questioned. And everybody went inside that system, and therefore we will now go into institutionalize. Sana rin po talaga yung aming resolution na yon ay masuportahan ng isang piece of legislation. Magkaroon na po ng piece of legislation po. Kasi po otherwise, do sa SWS and Pulse Asia versus Comelec, ay nagkaroon ng decision ng Supreme Court kasi nga po, may boundary between freedom of expression at saka po yung freedom of speech. Kaya medyo may konting hesitancy ang Comelec at that time. Pero ngayon po, we pushed for task force respect, and therefore, ngayon po, we will now regulate them from here on.
How
And
far can you regulate them, Mr. Chair?
only for purposes, Mr. Chair, of we requiring them to submit basic and certain informations.
Will that correct the kind of method that they're using, that in the end it will become a mind-setting exercise? Where does freedom come in?
Are going to, Mr. Chair, we are going to publish lahat ng kanilang mga submissions sa amin. Not necessarily to drive away yung mga itatago sa
Let's
atin.
test the argument of the Supreme Court. Where does freedom come in the survey?
Alam niyo po, they will have to publish, they will have to submit sa amin po yung mga
No,
relevant information.
it's the exercise of freedom of the press. So nasaan yung freedom? Kasi nagkakaroon ng mind setting, it's a tool. So walang freedom talaga eh. Minsan sinusundan kahit mali. So if we are about press freedom, dapat hindi ganun ang paraan nila. Sana wala na yung sa politika kasi dito nalalaro nila eh. Walang comparison eh. They will just have to ask people a sample. Ayoko namang puntahan yung kanilang scientific, palaging sinasabi scientific, kahit sabihin mo kanyang 1,200, 2,500 or 3 million ang sample mo based on the universe, doesn't matter eh. Pareho din eh, sabi niya. But the question remains eh. Number 22 ako consistently. Pagkatapos naging number 6 ako. How can you explain that?
We fully agree that this cannot and should not be used for political purposes.
Kaya nga po sana ang gusto nating baka isang araw mapag-isipan ninyong mabuti sa Comelec. Let us allow surveys pero sa mga produkto na lang yan. Pagdating sa politika, wag mo nang pakialaman yan because you are toying around and you are playing with our people. Mahirap yun. I will probably say myself as Exhibit A. Talagang napakasakit noon eh. Alam mo niyo mga kaibigan, mag-uusap-usap kami. Magkakaibigan na kami, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chairman. Pagkatapos naming mag-meeting, pero alam namin kanya, very good material ka for senator, pero alam mo, wala tayong pag-asa, number 22 ko. Mga kaibigan ko na ito eh. Wala naman ako magawa because ang mindset talagang ilang Marcoleta ang maapektuhan nun. So, gusto ko sana, Mr. Chair, aralin din natin kung paano natin may sasakatuparan yung pagkuha ng... Hindi ko alam kung bakit kailangan kunin natin ang perception ng tao before election. Siguro 3 months before the election, wag na, bawal na. Kasi nga magkakaroon ng mindsetting. Gagawa na sila ng paraan eh. Nandun kasi yung kita na eh. This is a multi-billion industry. Alam natin kung sino yung funders. Hindi nila gagawin yun nang wala silang kikita. Alam din nila, kapag nalagay ka sa first 6, halimbawa, sa survey, pipilahan ka na ng mga funders. Itong mga survey firms na to, alam nila ito. So para maiwasan po natin yun at magkaroon naman ng equal opportunity po yung most deserving candidates, bawalan na natin sila. Siguro, I don't know, we can start with 3 months before the actual election, wag na. Tapos na kayo, pinagbigyan na namin. Ang crucial po kasi dyan, habang dumarating yung election, nandun po yung ano eh. Tama si Senator Subiri. Huwag nila sasabi, ginagamit lang. Hindi po, nasa radyo sila. Sila po yung nagsasabi. At nasa mga magazine, nasa newspapers. Kapag hindi ka SWS at hindi ka Pulse Asia, at gumawa ka ng sarili mo, hindi ka pa... But Pulse Asia and SWS, parang institusyon eh. Para bang kung ano yung pinrint nila, that is already the gospel truth. Mr. Chair, this is an undertaking na sana ay makita din ninyo.
Definitely, Mr. Chair, we will definitely consider that po. Kung kinakailangan enhance namin yung aming pong present regulation, we will do that. Pag-aaralan na rin po namin yung 3 months before the election. That is a very good suggestion. But we will likewise provide the committee yung pong aming resolution so that we can provide the Office of the Good Senator, Mr. Chair, para po matulungan din kami. Maybe we can come up also with a piece of legislation para po hindi lang po COMELEC regulation, kung hindi may batas din to strengthen. Kasi po kung COMELEC regulation lang, sasabihin nila, usurpation of legislative prerogative. At least po kung may batas, then we will implement yung pong dalawang yon pag napastrengthen natin, we will now put an end to this practice of influencing voters.
Mr. Chairman. Yes, naalala ko si Senator Gordon was very active on that, remember? Si Senator Gordon was very active on that. Unfortunately for him, nung inawan niya yung survey firm, di na siya pumasok sa Magic 12 sa lahat ng survey. Hindi ko alam kung ayan ay common ground na mga survey firm na gawin yun. Pero ang akin lang po, Chairman, kasi tama yung sinabi ni Senator Marcoleta. I recalled this last election, 1 week before elections, sila naging spokesperson na. Iniimbita sila sa mga news outlets at social media post na sila na mismo kumakampanya na. Ito na, wala nang iba na mananalo. It looks like 90% of the winning candidates of the next week's elections will be coming from this group. Hindi na maganda po yun, Mr. Chairman. Kasi maganda lang kung sabihin nila, ito yung facts, ito yung numero namin, kayo na bahala mag-interpret. Pero ito yung lumalabas sa aming survey firm. Pero kung sila na mismo nagsasabi, and you can check all the news items who are being interviewed, who are frequently being interviewed, saying that ito na, wala nang iba, ito nang mananalo. Tapos na iba nga.
And
Kaya-
it will greatly weaken your resolve as a candidate.
Yes, it will frustrate the candidate, Mr. Chairman. And sayang naman, no, imbis na last stretch na, mangangampanya ka ng mas talagang magpupursige ka at mangangampanya kang 24/7, house to house nga, ika nga, hindi ka na mangangampanya kasi nakalagay doon sa survey, number 20 ka, wala ka na, parang nawala ka na ng gana.
Pero,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, masaya kami ngayon. Masaya kami ni Senator Migs, Senator Sherwin. Sa nangyari sa 2025, naniniwala kami, wala na naniniwala sa surveys. Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Thank you, sir, for
Thank you very much,
candid
Mr.
answers.
Chair. Maraming salamat.
Senator Marcoleta, buti nga kayo, 22 lang. Ako, nung nag-umpisa ako, rank 42. 42. Nung 2016. 2016.
Umpisa ka
2016.
lang, 42.
Hmm.
Kaya lang, nung
Nung
tumas
umpisa.
ka na ng 15 hanggang sumabot ka sa 8, nakita ko eh.
Oo.
Ako talaga consistently number 22. Yun ang talagang masakit na ginawa nila
Eh,
sa...
dinala ka naman ng bukid nun, kaya panalo.
Ayun, yun ang sinasabi ko.
Number 3 ka doon.
Pero, Chairman George, ako I have a different take, no? Ako I am a firm believer of surveys, pero na-notice ko maraming lumalabas na fly-by-night surveys. Lumalabas lang sila kung malapit na yung eleksyon. Lumalabas sila na kung may mga local election, national elections. Ang problem is we don't know the methodology. Lalo na yung mga ordinaryong mamamayan dahil very technical eh. Sasabihin nila survey so and so, papakita sa constituents, maniniwala yung constituents, even local may ganyan. So that's another angle that COMELEC should look at because yung mga credible like Pulse Asia, SWS, at least alam mo yung methodology pero maraming lumalabas na fly-by-night every elections.
Yun po
Negosyo
yung
yan eh.
maganda, Mr. Chair, doon sa sinimula namin, ditong nakarang election lang, sapagkat kaya po natuwa yung mga server firms. At least mapapublish na kung sino yung accredited. We will now accredit them. Mapapublish kung sino accredited, mapapublish yung lahat ng mga officials nila, lahat ng kanilang methodologies, etc., etc. Therefore, those firms na hindi nagpa-accredit, isa lang ang ibig sabihin, fly-by-night po yan. Ngayon, kung paano po namin hahabulin, yung mga ganun po, ang problem po, mukhang kakailanganin po, Mr. Chair, ng legislation. Opo.
Well, work together on that. Tinitignan ko lang ho sa internet, Chairman George, meron silang tinatawag na Senator Zubiri na election silence in other countries, no? In which, for example, sa countries like Malaysia, Bulgaria, Canada, 2 days before election, bawal mag-publish ng surveys. Ang pinakamahaba sa Taiwan, 10 days before elections, bawal na mag-publish. It's really what Senator Marcoleta was saying, mind conditioning eh.
Tama po.
Oo.
Tama po, Mr. Chair. Can I add more context?
Go ahead,
Ah,
Commissioner.
yung kailangan po namin sa legislation, dun sa freedom of expression or freedom of speech, meron pong dalawang aawat sa atin. Yung pong prior restraint na dala-dala ng karapatan na yun. At saka yung fear ng punishment afterwards. Say, naglagay po kami ng resolution na sinasabi 3 months before election, bawal na kayo. They can go up to the Supreme Court and ask for the protection of their rights to expression. But although we all know na yung rights na provided ng Bill of Rights hindi naman absolute. Pero nandun po yun and we have reached jurisprudence on that. Tama po ang premise ng komisyon through the Honorable Chairman na pag ginamit mo na election propaganda ang survey, iba na yon. Pag ginamit mo na pagkikitaan or to favor somebody, iba na yon. Kaya po nung ginawa po namin yon, although meron silang mga threat ng pagdidemanda at the onset, ang nahingi namin, i-reveal nila kung sino ang nagpa-commission ng survey, kailan ginawa, at saka po ano ang results. And then the COMELEC will publish it do sa website namin para siya legit. That's about the only thing we can do then. Kasi po ang rights na involved, public to know. Yung nag-commission po, tsaka po yung survey firm. Siguro po, malaki po maitutulong kung magkakaroon po tayo ng legislation specific on the matter para po it can amend yun pong general law as like the Bill of Rights. Salamat po.
Yeah, Commissioner, as a suggestion, I think yung meron na talagang examples in other countries who practice, they call it, nakita ko sa internet, election silence, no? So the purpose of that is mind conditioning, no? So may request from COMELEC to study that. I'm sure meron silang evidence that it's really conditioning the mind, no? Which is in a way is parang undue influence, or it's really skewing our democracy in a sense, because pinapapunta mo yung tao doon sa mga kandidato na lumalabas mukhang malakas pero hindi naman totoo dahil yung survey niya ay hindi naman credible. So look at two angles lang from to COMELEC. Number one, yung mga fly-by-night survey companies that come up during election. And number two, yung sinasabi ni Senator Marcoleta, yung potential mind conditioning, because we don't want to skew our democracy. We're paying so much for election, no? What we want is a fair and an election process that reflects the true aspirations of our people, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we are going to study yung just in case, Philippine election silence law. We will be drafting a bill. We will be forwarding it to the majority floor and chairman of this committee, hopefully to be able to sponsor such a bill without violating yung constitutional rights of free expression, yung tinatawag na prior restraint, because tama po naman, matagal na at madami na nagrereklamo. Pero yung pong ginawa namin, that can be enhanced if there is a law, and that can be enhanced further kung may adapt po natin yung Philippine Election Silence Law na yan kung sakasakali.